Lots of my best luck at some of these sports card shows has come from Ohio, so I wanted to try out this show in Troy, Ohio. It was my first time going there, and there was a pretty good selection of vintage, but the main thing I noticed is it was insanely packed in there. I didn't get any clips of people walking around, but it was insanely packed, shoulder to shoulder, basically all day. This was one of the main display cases there that I bought a handful of cards from, so let's check those out. Here is a little bit of the stuff that I did manage to get though. Most of it was from one dealer. 254 Jackies, they're lower grade. Duke Snyder, 53 Top Spawn, Chuck Klein. I did have some other 53s as well that someone on Facebook had wanted, so I already sold all 4 of them. But there was a Eddie Matthews, there was another Spawn, there was a Hoyt Wilhelm, and a Ralph Kiner. Here's all the slabs from the day. We got this 55 Spawn in a 4, All-Star Mantle in a 1. Seems like a little bit of a rough grade though. This 59 Aaron in a 2, 61 Aaron. This one looks pretty nice, but it's got some marking on the back. A 59 Aaron home run. It's probably the best slab of the day. A 65 Mays and a 6, 72 Aaron. And a 69 Aaron. Nice. All right, so ended up not buying nearly as much as I kind of expected to. There wasn't a whole lot of vintage at the show, so I think what I'm going to do is make this into a 2-week video. I'm going to show another card show for next weekend. We'll see what we can find there. So because I only spent so much at the show, I spent like $1,500 at the show, I'm going to have to do some eBay bidding this week. Some Facebook, Twitter, whatever I can find some deals on. So I'll keep you guys up with that. I'll show you stuff when it gets here in the mail. Starting it off, we got this Stan Musial rookie. I won this one at a bid on eBay. So I may get it graded, I may not. I'm not sure yet. It looks all right though. It looks hopefully like it's in the 2 range, something like that. So that really helped out. And then I also bought this 54 Topps Jackie Robinson. This one's a PSA 3. I got this in the Discord group I was talking about in one of the previous videos. So as long as my math is right, we're about 7 weeks into the year. It's February 21st as I film this. And I'm at just under 33,000. So about 2,000 short of the 5,000 per week. That's pretty close though. I mean, we got all year to kind of fill in those gaps. I do have to give a shout out to one of the viewers of the channel here. We've done a couple deals together. I've sent him some cards and he sent me this 41 play ball Joe Cool, I believe is how you pronounce it. An awesome looking card. It's in great shape. So thank you, SW. Now from what I can find here on Baseball Reference about him, it says he played 18 years, always at first base. He was 6th in MVP voting in 1936. Says he played on the same team as Joe Cronin for a little bit on the Kansas City Blues, and he was a year older than Cronin. And it says in 1933, he had one of his best years, hitting .322 with 107 RBIs, and he went to the World Series. So again, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I'm going to set it on my display wall over here. All right, everyone, it is Wednesday today. You know what that means? It's card story night. So I got all the stuff set out to take pictures of all of this. All this stuff sold on Facebook yesterday, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these all packaged up with some tracking labels. And then we'll be ready to take some pictures for card story. And when I got to this show, I thought it was going to be a pretty dead show. It looked really small, like there wasn't going to be much to buy there, but I ended up getting at least one really awesome card. This beauty, a 1960 Topps Mickey Mantle BVG 7. Corners and edges on this thing are razor sharp. Pretty big day today with my first ever Cracker Jack card. It's a 1915 Cracker Jack, one of the toughest and most awesome looking sets of all time. Basically all the big pre-war names. You got Hannes Wagner, Eddie Plank, Ty Cobb, all the huge names in there. And this one is just a common, but still an awesome card to get. And I just got this one on Facebook from someone in one of the groups, and it was an awesome deal to make. Now what we have here is a 1933 Worldwide Gum Babe Ruth. Now you may be saying this looks like the original 1933 Gaudy Ruth, and that's because on the front these cards are indistinguishable. They have the exact same front, and if you don't know, Worldwide Gum is actually basically the Canadian version of Gaudy. So it was produced in the same year by the same company, but these were released in Canada. What makes these so sweet, much like the other Canadian companies that you guys may recognize like OPG, they are significantly rarer than the base Gaudy version. The only way you can tell the difference between the two is going to be to flip the card over. On the bottom here, you can see it says Worldwide Gum Co. and printed in Canada, Montreal. So that is how you tell. The set that was released in Canada was a little bit smaller than the mainstream Gaudy set produced in America. And this Babe Ruth here is one of the 2 Babe Ruth cards that were in the 33 set. And this one right here has only been graded a total of 79 times in any grade ever by PSA. Such an awesome looking card. I won it on an eBay auction. I always like collecting kind of rarer variations and errors and OPG, stuff like that. And for a card that's already awesome, like a 33 Gaudy, this one just makes it even more special. To round out the week, we're at exactly where we need to be at $35,086. Keeping right on pace for the $5,000 a week.